Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's members only time once again. We have another star guest on our show. If you followed our show for a while now, you know we have a Meet the CEO series. We've got another CEO live on the show on Wednesday next week, the CEO of Mobix. We've got many more lined up throughout the year as well. So become a member and you can get all of these time-sensitive, very important members only events. But today, we've not got a CEO, but we kind of have. He's the CEO of himself, a bit like me. I'm the CEO of me, and he's the CEO of him. So he's a CEO, but he's a star guest. He's one of our favorites on the show. Would everybody please give a great welcome as we welcome from POW Group, Rod, live onto the show. Good morning, Rod. How are you? Good to have you here.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And what a week it's been, eh, mate?
Yeah, it's no sleep season, so
I can see you smiling because I know that you're an investor in XRP, right? You like a bit of XRP? You still invested in it?
Oh yeah.
Did you take your profits? Are you all out? Are you all out, or are you still in?
Still in. Yeah, I'm 100% in. Still.
Good for you, mate. I only bought in XRP just to be able to give it away as a $1,000 giveaway a couple of days ago at $3.13, right at the top, near enough. I don't mind because I'm not looking at price. I'm looking at value.
That's right before the daily bull flag, man.
I did very nicely, actually. I said to Sensei and Vaz, I said, get yourself your, because they're supporting it too. We're all doing it three ways, right? I said, get yourself the XRP. They said, it don't make no difference. $1,000 today is $1,000 tomorrow. I said, yeah, but it's going to go up, innit? If you buy it now, mate, ready to give away, you'll have a profit on your giveaway money. See?
Yeah, true.
But they didn't listen to me. They went, no, I'll just buy it on the day. Well, you see, I bought it. I've made $200 on it already, so I'm happy.
Put it on layaway. Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, it's lovely to have you on the show. Now, for those of you who don't know, Rod's a bit of a YouTuber too, just like me. And Rod has his own channel as well. Let me just give you a quick flash on the screen there. This is POW Group. This is Rod here. This is what he does. I do like, and I've mentioned before, very jealous actually of his logos. He's got really cool logos, very smart. I love it. He does like to do the old open shirt look, doesn't he? He does like that with big medallion, necklace. He's got the image. He's got the look of the man with the money. I do like that. And so there is POW Group, and I'll give you the link later on in the show. All right. But anyway, let me bring you back on. So today we're talking of several things, right? Not just XRP. We're talking about, I think we should mention Tilray as well today. I think might want to mention that. And what about Virgin Galactic? We had a bit of a short squeeze yesterday. So I know that's one that you recently got into. So anyway, let me turn it over to you. Let's start with XRP and give me your thoughts. And whenever you're ready, you can share me a screen. But just give me your thoughts right now, because some people are going, with all-time highs, is it worth buying it now? Should I, what do we do? Give me your thoughts on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and if anybody has any questions, we can discuss any questions at all. I just shared my screen.
Wonderful. Yes. What we'll do, we are members only right now. This is a members only live stream. So if you want to ask questions, and Rod does provide his own perspective of XRP. We know we have Sensei. He has his views, and even though they are similar guys, they do chart reading and technical analysis. They have their own thoughts and angles on it. So that's why we have Rod on the show today. So if you've got a question you want to ask Rod that you may have already asked Sensei, but you want to hear it from a different angle, that's where Rod comes in. So we'll come to questions shortly. Do you want to go over to your screen right now and talk about it from there, or should we just? Yeah, you'd like to do that?
Yeah. So there's a few different bullish patterns that we had on the chart. I'll just get rid of a few here that we'll draw a little bit later on. So the first one we were looking at was the XRP daily bull flag, and the first reason why I noticed this was actually looking at XLM on the daily time frame. You can see here we had a massive breakout from 22 cents up to 52 cents. And then we were looking at this daily bull flag continuation pattern, brief consolidation. And then another clue was total 3. So if you bring up the total market cap, it's the market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, You can go to the 4-hour time frame. We actually had a 4-hour bull flag on total 3, and we actually have another one that is forming. And yeah, this was our clue, right? For pretty much every single altcoin chart, we're going to expect this to be a similar setup. And we actually have another one forming at the moment, and that would make sense because there's one forming on XRP. So if we just go from our low to the high there, you can see that this would be putting us into all-time high territory for the altcoins. And that's why I said I believe that we're going to see alt season shortly after. Bitcoin was also a daily bull flag and a weekly bull flag, so that was another clue. So this one's saying 1.12 trillion, which I believe would take us to the all-time high. I think it was 1.16 trillion, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, so 1.16 very well could be into price discovery for our alts, and this is one massive cup and handle here as well. So that should bode well for a lot of our alts into Bitcoin topping out and then dominance dropping off. So this is what I mentioned as well on Bitcoin dominance. We've never been this overbought on the Bitcoin dominance chart before. This just means, relatively speaking, Bitcoin has been outperforming the rest of the market. And just last month, we were at 66% of the market cap essentially was dominated by Bitcoin of the total crypto market cap. So when you see this kind of a pattern, you know that it's going to break eventually, and nothing goes in a straight line forever. And typically we see Bitcoin lead. And then if we bring up the Bitcoin chart itself, this was actually a clue that we got from the S&P 500. So if you take a look here on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, it went from our low to our high. We held the 0.32 fib, and it took a very long time for it to confirm. But our clue that we were more than likely going to see that continuation was the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 had a daily bull flag and a weekly bull flag. But the difference is with the S&P 500, it confirmed the bull flag back here the end of May, beginning of June. So that was our clue. Actually, no, I drew that wrong here. It was right here, that low. So we go from this low, because that was weekly consolidation. You can see we lost the low of the previous candle. So that was a higher low compared to this low. So you take your tool from that low to the high, and then that's your measured move essentially of that range. So move that out to your 0.382 fib. That tells you, and all this means, it doesn't have to be super confusing. It just means that when you pull back to the 38 level, that just means it's given back 38% of that move. If you were to go from, the bottom of that low to the high back down to the bottom, you give back 100% of that move, right? It's very simple to think about in terms of that. So if you see only a 38% pullback, that just tells you that bulls are still eager to buy the dip. We're more than likely going to see continuation, hence the name bullish continuation pattern. So that was saying 655 on SPY, and then we had another daily bull flag saying 648 on the S&P 500. But again, we had a clue on S&P 500 that we were going to see this continuation on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was actually lagging quite substantially. And you can see here that we just confirmed the weekly bull flag last week. So once we broke the high there at 112, which was the all-time high, that's our measured move. You bring it out to your 0.32 fib, and it's saying 146. So that was our clue that we were going to see the market start to heat up. Also, Coinbase stock really broke out in a big way. So that, again, you want to see Bitcoin lead. And then after that, you want to see the trickle down effect, right? So XRP, we were looking for the weekly bounce. We also had a daily bull flag. So again, looking at total 3, looking at XLM. Then we had a nice big breakout on XRP. We had a brief daily high or low here. And this is the video that I made a few days ago. I think I made it on right here when the price was breaking above key resistance at 303. I think I posted that video on the 16th. And then you just take your measured move again, just like Bitcoin, and you move it out to your 0.382 fib, and it was saying 376. And we just hit 366 last night. And then we were talking about this in the POW Group community as well this morning. Actually, another member was making me aware of it. There's another one on the 4-hour time frame. So it's literally just bull flag after bull flag. This one's saying 417. So we need to hold, and you can see we held the 0.32 fib perfectly. So 340 must hold, or else we're probably heading back down to around that 332, 324 level. And then during my live stream yesterday, I actually was looking at a bullish continuation pattern, and it was an ascending triangle, and it was right here. So on my stream, I was like, we're probably going to see some sort of lower level time frame. Actually, it was on the 5-minute time frame. That's what it was. There was another one right there, though, on the hourly, you can see. But on the 5-minute time frame, I drew this during my live stream, and I think we were like right here, and we were looking for another breakout, and our target was 665, and you can see we topped out right at it 3 times. Usually 3 strikes, you're out, and then we saw a pretty heavy correction back down into the 340s, which is the previous all-time high. So that makes sense as well. Coming back down to old resistance as new support makes a lot of sense. We also had this was our biggest clue of all, and I mentioned this. I think this is when I messaged you, Martin, on X, when I said we're probably going to see XRP hit a new all-time high this week. Based on this fact alone, we had the MACD, the stochastic, and the price closing above the 10-week moving average. When that happened last time in November, price went from about 60 cents all the way up to $3.40. And this time, we have crypto week this week, we have legislation, and here was the POW algo alert that went off as well. That was July 9th when this went off, and you can just click on it, and basically what this does is it emails you when these alerts fire in real time. So it says here, bullish triple thunder crossover, that's what I called it. Weekly close above the 10-week moving average, MACD, and stochastic bull cross all occurring simultaneously. And if you look on the July 9th day, it was actually closing price on it was 240, and here we are at 366. So tons of upside there from that alert, and couldn't be more bullish on the XRP chart at the moment.
That's great insights. Thank you very much indeed. Let me I just changed it back over to the general public now, as promised. Once we were into it, we would do that. So
Perfect.
we shall just switch that back up to there. You'll see all the numbers back up on the screen once again. We are now in general subscribers mode. That was wonderful analysis. We've got Sensei in the show. We've got a couple of our loyal members going, I feel like I'm cheating on Sensei this morning. He's going, no, it's okay. We love Rod. Don't worry about it. We'd like to give you more information to make you more informed so you understand what's going on. Absolutely. We're all friends here. We all support each other. And someone, I think it was Stacey and somebody else, started to rib me when I mentioned a fellow YouTuber, and everybody went, look at Martin, he's a YouTuber. I've made a big thing about I'm not a YouTuber. Is Elton John a YouTuber? I am a broadcaster on YouTube TV. But, for the purposes of it, folks, don't have a go at me. And I Rod knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, that was wonderful insights.
YouTube, so.
Eh?
Thank you. I said you're on YouTube, so I guess you're a YouTuber.
Yeah, it's a thing that maybe you do, maybe you don't, I don't know, but I don't regard myself as a YouTuber, and I just wind everybody up. Everybody goes, of course you're a bloody YouTuber, you're on. And I go, well, is Elton John a YouTuber? He's got a YouTube channel. Is Paul McCartney a YouTuber? Is someone who does the journalism for the BBC? Are they a YouTuber? No, I'm an entertainer, broadcaster who uses YouTube TV. It just fires everybody up, but there you go. Anyway, so now we're going to go to some comments before we go over to our next topic. I'd like to ask Rod about Tilray and also Virgin Galactic. Let's go and see if we've got any comments and questions. Now, if you want to call in and be live on the show, it's a Friday phone-in, you can be live on the show. So members now, please repeat your questions if you would like to ask anything to Rod. So while I wait for the questions to populate, I like to always ask you this when you come on the show, because I love the way you present your charts. I recognize the terms and what you say, the way Sensei does it, but you do it differently. You have your own way of doing things. What's your short-term, mid-term, and long-term projections and thoughts where you think XRP is going?
Sure. And, Sensei does a great job as well. And I've never seen 2 technical analysts do the same method. Usually we have different methodologies. People find different, setups and strategies that work for them. So no 2 people are ever the same, just like no 2 portfolios are usually ever the same, right? So that's why, we don't give financial advice, because everybody's situation is different. And in terms of short-term outlook, I would say, I said on my last live stream, I think it was, that I wouldn't be surprised to see XRP at $4 or $8 by the end of next week. And we almost hit $4, so we still got a lot of time left. I think we could hit $8 by the end of next week, if the rate
we gave a $10.
Align.
We gave a $10 within 7 days. You may have seen it. We were posting it everywhere. We could see, everything could do that. What's your midterm? Say 6 months from now.
6 months. It would really depend on if Bitcoin's into a bear market at that point. That's a hard one. I would say, there's a good chance that we top out by then, because typically alt seasons don't last that long. They last anywhere from a couple weeks to a month. But this time I think will be a little bit longer, just based on the fact that we have legislation coming and clear rules of the road. The S&P 500 also getting super overvalued.
Yeah,
so
I know. But do you see does it sort of bear out on the chart? See, I don't really focus on the charts. I let Sender do that. I focus on my relationships with real people. Now, if you've been paying attention to what I've been saying on the show, for a year now, I've been talking to Bank of America off air. I've got friends at the bank and big investors. And I've got one White House press room contact as well. And for ages and ages and ages, I've been saying, the banks, I've been giving 3 o'clock in the morning times, this is going to happen. It's all been happening. It's great. It's not inside information at all. It's information that's out there. I'm just talking to people and they're sharing me public information that you just may not have heard. I've just got it directly from the source, but it's public. It's not inside information, folks. But I've been saying that there was this partnership with XRP, and there was this not much information about it. We know the patterns existed, people were talking about it, but there wasn't. The bank had never came out and actually said it. Well, on the earnings call a couple of days ago, it was supposed to be my live stream, but the carpet cleaner turned up, and I couldn't cover one of our biggest streams ever. And bloody Sensei took over the show. It's unbelievable. Anyway, he had his biggest ex-post reviral moment where he had hundreds and of reposts of it. Unbelievable. What was I doing? Walking around helping the bloody carpet cleaner. Talk about sleeping at the wheel. I had no choice, right? Anyway, so we heard from Brian Moynihan, the CEO of Bank of America. Did you hear it? We're talking about it and so on and so forth. We use stable coins, blah, 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 blah. It was great. It was a great moment. So because of that, and this is what I am learning, the future isn't trading in and out of coins. Yes, you can make money, right? But for me, the future is owning the banks, owning the institutions, owning Ripple, owning the S&P, because that's where it'll all end up. When a lot of the stuff goes away, a lot of the crypto will go away. There'll always be some, of course. People love it and trade it. But I'm focusing on where we'll be when I need the money. I don't need the money today or tomorrow, but in 10, 20 years, I'd like to be able to draw from my portfolio, and then I think crypto will all be mature and it will live on the S&P like Coinbase does now, and other institutions maybe will have a Ripple there one day, or the banks will make more money because they'll be more efficient. So I don't mind, and it was obviously I did it for the competition to buy it so I could give it away, but I don't mind buying it $3. I don't want to trade it, and I want to own it if I'm going to, my profit that I have after the $1,000, I will just keep and just own it. So do you think that XRP has a slightly more, it seems to me, a more mature investor? Your binky bonks, your fart coins, you're in and out in 5 minutes, and people will take profits, of course, with XRP, just like every other coin. However, there's a large number on our channel who go, I just want to own it. I know I could take a bit of money off the table, but I don't want to miss the next rally, and I'm just holding it to 100, and people will go 1,000, and it will replace Bitcoin, and God knows what else. We can't see how that could happen, but who knows? But do you not think that XRP is in a league of its own on that level?
Totally. And actually, we had my head going in a bunch of different directions there. I just interviewed the CEO of 3IQ, Pascal Saint-Jean. So in Canada, we can now buy spot ETFs, which just means the futures ETFs don't actually hold the underlying asset. It's just you're betting on a price of an asset before it hits that price, right? You're betting on the future price of that asset and you buy it later on. Whereas spot buys the asset when you buy it, and they have to hold that in reserves. And then you can hold that in a registered plan now. So in Canada, we have a thing called TFSA, which is tax-free savings account, which you're only allowed to contribute X amount per year and then lifetime. So once you hit your lifetime contribution limit, then you have to wait till January 1st. This year it was 7,000. So I didn't have a whole lot left. But I probably had, I think, 20 or 30% of it, and I bought that XRP ETF. There's actually 3 that launched in Canada. But the reason why I say that is because it's all growing tax-free, and that's going to be a super long-term hold for me. Like, I probably won't sell that anytime before 3 digits. I might even wait for 4 digits, because again, it's not a huge position anyway, because I'm capped at how much I can put into that account. And if you saw the size of my actual XRP position, you'd understand that I don't need to sell that anytime soon. But based on what you're saying, is it in a league of its own? I think so, because there's been these companies that are adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet or their treasury as a treasury asset, right? Like MicroStrategy. Look at what that's done to MicroStrategy stock. And then, there's been some companies that have added Ethereum to their treasury. Look at what XRP just did with Vivo Power. Look at Vivo Power today. It was up, I think, 20% at one point. If we go from the low of yesterday to the high of the day today, let's just see exactly what the gain is. Yeah, it's 100% since the low of yesterday. Or sorry, that was the low of last week, my bad. But yeah, still in a very short period of time. So what that's telling me is it's trading as a proxy in the US because it's listed on the NASDAQ, a US major exchange, and we still can't buy, like Americans still can't buy the ETFs in the US. So it's trading as a proxy, I think, similar to like a MicroStrategy until which, these ETFs could get approved before actually today, I think, is the deadline, July 18th. So it's entirely possible that it doesn't happen until the fall, but I would say it's pretty much 100% guarantee that we're going to get it sometime around the fall. Case could end officially. I know it's ended officially a few times, but once that's out of the way, and then the most important thing is once we get legislation, right? Once we have the Clarity Act is probably the most important because it's going to distinguish which regulatory body is going to oversee different types of projects, right? It's going to tell these companies where they can build and where they cannot build, how they can build and how they cannot. So it's going to be a defining moment for the space, similar to the internet in the end of the 2000 era. But it's not going to take decades for these companies to, and they're already profitable, right? Like Ripple's buying companies for in the billions, right? And acquisitions. So it's not like they have a roadmap and they've got a plan to become profitable. This company, like Brad Garlinghouse, net worth, I saw an article the other day, his net worth is 10 billion already. It was created in 2012, Ripple, after XRP. And Tim Cook, CEO of Apple's net worth is only about only around 2.5 billion.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that leads me on perfectly to one of the predictions, projections, guesses, what I think is going to happen and why I just live in the S&P 500. Because I have said we go through periods in history, if you go back hundreds of years, because the S&P existed in a different format forever. This is the way the world works, right? But we've been through revolutions, like we've had the Industrial Revolution, and now we've got the AI and crypto revolution, if you like. It's why I've said I think that the S&P over the next by the end of the decade is going to more than double, which is ahead of what it normally does because of the growth. And now people are talking that maybe we should revalue the S&P 500 because the growth that could occur in it from its businesses, right? So I can see a time where a crypto project or a bank or an institution or whatever that uses crypto like this could rise and replace Apple at the top of the S&P 500. Because what's bigger than phones? Money itself.
Money runs the world, yeah.
Exactly. So, can't money, finance sector, the crypto sector be at the top, like Apple and Nvidia sitting up there? Could be, couldn't it?
Just add stocks, bonds, crypto, and the derivatives market. You're at like 1.2 quadrillion, like a number that you can't even understand, right?
That's more money than I've got, mate. Compute. That's even more than me. Now, not many people have more than me, but that is a number that's more than me. That upsets me now. Yeah, I don't even know how you think about these numbers. I mean, they all just get a bit silly.
They're not unfathomable, right? You can't even,
what does that even mean?
$1 trillion. If you were to count to $1 trillion, how many years would it take? I think it's something crazy. Like
you'd be dead, mate. You'd be dead anyway. You'd be dead. It wouldn't matter. Don't worry about it because you're dead. When it starts getting
it's
numbers,
not like an hour or 2 hours. Yeah, it's 31,000 years.
Yeah, 31. So, yeah, when you start getting into numbers when you're dead, I lose interest because I think there's no point now. I got too much money. Yeah. I'm going to be dead anyway. Can't even spend it fast enough.
You're into the quadrillion, so you're into the 1,000 trillions.
Yeah. You probably wake up every day, even if your quadrillion is in Robinhood earning 4%, right? Every day you've gone, oh, damn it, I've earned another billion. I just can't spend it quick enough. Order that Ferrari. I've ordered 6. Buy another 6. You just can't spend it fast enough.
I was going to say the liquidity would be terrible because you would be the liquidity. But that reminds me of something else as well. We were talking about this in my stream, Sensei and I, yesterday. There's been a lot of confusion about the all-time high on XRP. There's been a lot of people saying it's 340. Technically, it is 340 because that was the majority of exchanges. There was 1 or 2 anomalies where the exchanges were super illiquid, so the price got bid up really quick. But it wasn't like you could sell at that price, right? That would just be for a few seconds on an exchange that most people didn't have access to. So if you actually go to TradingView and type in XRP liquid, and it'll be the first one that comes up, XRP liquid index, and that will give you the most accurate pricing based on the liquidity available at that time. And you'll see that the all-time high, they actually have it at 330, just under 331. And then a few months ago, we hit the 340. So that was technically the new all-time high. And then today, breaking into price discovery.
The question is, though, Rod, does it really matter? People focus on all this stuff. You're like Sensei. He does my head in. He's always seeing patterns in the charts that I can't see. He's like,
I don't think it matters, but
some people go outside, they look in the sky and the clouds, and they can see. If you look there, look, there's a horse up there. Look, there's a man jumping over a bridge. Right, that's like you chart readers. You see stuff like that, don't you, on charts? And you go, and there's all these names. There's all these names that you give it. Who made all these names up? Have you ever seen a little pattern on a chart and made up a name for it?
I just did it earlier. Remember
you just made one up?
Crossover. Yeah, bullish triple thunder crossover. It's awesome.
Bullish. Say that again.
Bullish triple thunder crossover. That's what I called it.
Okay. You lost me at that. I know a lot of people got that and they thought that's brilliant. The bullish thunder cross wonder line cross. Yeah, I have one of them. I do. We called it the Lucas Archie. It's our little poll. In fact, I'm going to do a Lucas Archie on you. Are you ready? So this is how you perform, mate. This is good. You've led me right into this. I love the way the conversation just goes where I want it without you realizing. It's clever, that. Right, what I'm going to do here, look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it live on the show. This will be good. If this doesn't go in your favor, you're not going to like this, but Right, let's have him on here. So we're going to do here, I'm going to grab your channel, right? How many people are watching? 505, okay. I upset everybody when we went members only. Never mind. They'll watch later on. So what we're going to do here is did you enjoy and learn something, and you have to have done, really, because the double divergence cross bull thing in a minute. I'll mention that in a minute. Did you enjoy and learn something?
That's another indicator.
What? Say again.
That's a different indicator.
Well, whatever. Did you enjoy and learn something from our guest, Rod, today? As you can see, I'm rubbish at typing. Here is his YouTube channel. Okay. Let me put that there. Okay, POW Group. There we go. Let's put that in there. And today, especially, what was the name of that indicator you gave me?
Triple thunder crossover.
Oh my God, is that a real thing? Triple thunder. These people make this up. Triple thunder bull cross.
Triple thunder crossover.
Oh, crossover. Okay.
Yeah.
I could just change it. It wouldn't matter. No one would know. Especially triple thunder crossover. Okay, there you go. Here is his YouTube channel. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an image poll. So if you did Yes, it was great. No, rubbish. There you go. He's thinking, I'm going to come on your show again. This is great advertisement for my YouTube channel, I've got to say. Never seen anything like it. And there's always those people who go, I don't know what to say. And if we don't have an option for that, they just don't know what to say. It messes it up. This is why we call this the Lucas Archie, because this is more reliable than the Fibonacci. Did you know that? It's actually written down in books. It's written down in, I've got a book behind me. It's written in it. Right?
Yep.
It's in my little books, rules of the show. So yes, thought it was great. Rubbish. No, Rod's rubbish. Don't have him on the show again. He's rubbish. Or we go, I don't know, undecided. These are my little, these used to be back in the day. You remember back in the olden days, the NFTs? I had NFTs, tried it on OpenSea, couldn't get used to it, got billions of emails that were all spam, everyone was hacking everything, and I went, I can't be bothered with this. So I've got all these NFTs sitting there, people email me saying, I've offered a bid and I just don't even read them. People just trying to give me money every day, and they just sat there, I just don't even know how to make it work. It just got a pain in the ass. Yes, it was great, no rubbish, undecided. There's his YouTube channel, post. Here we go, we'll do it live. Right, I'm going to give everyone the link, because if I give you the link to the post, you've got the link to Rod's YouTube channel. You see how I do that? See, that's efficiency, that is. That's efficiency. Everyone click on the thing there, look. All right, give it a like. This might be one of our opportunities for the giveaway later. Right, there you go. The question I'm asking everybody today is, did you enjoy and learn something from our guest Rod today, especially Triple Thunder crossover? Here is his YouTube channel. So if you did, I guess if you say yes, it was great, you're going to subscribe to him. If not, they're going to unsubscribe. So it's either way. Right, let's see how the poll's going. You ready? This is good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Yes. What do you say? Yes, it was great. 100%. Bloody. That's too good, that, Rod. I mean, we've never had 100%. Look at that, 11 votes, 100%, bang, straight in. You should be quite pleased with that, mate.
Can't complain with that.
No.
I'm just happy that people are finding value. That's the most important thing.
That's what it's all about, mate. That's what it's all about. XRP down 4.7% today. I'm not worried. As long as there's $1,000 worth of it left at the end. Otherwise, I got to add more money. Then I'll be upset. If it goes down to 20 quid, I'm going to be like, oh, bloody hell, I've got to add 980 bucks. It won't matter. It won't matter, because when it goes back up again, I'll have even more, right? That's the beauty of it. Yep. So let's refresh it. 11 votes. And we'll go to questions then. You can ask all about the Triple Thunder crossover. 14 vote. I can't believe no one is going rubbish. I would have put rubbish, because I don't think that the Triple Thunder crossover is a real thing. Now, when you make these things up, do you have to get permission from anybody? Do you have to like ring anybody up and go, right, I've come up with this? Do you have to message anybody?
The hardest thing is to create the indicator. But yeah, that was... The name was the easy part.
So you create your own indicator. You saved it on TradingView.
Yep.
Have you got your own coin yet?
I just had that question yesterday. No, I won't be getting into my own coin. I don't want to deal with the liability of that.
I want to get one. I was thinking about
somebody. I was saying like an extra, like a NFT would be kind of cool, like to have for keepsake or whatever memorabilia, but. Like one of my favorite bands, they've got like a shirt with an NFT in it. So I think that's cool. You can buy the shirt. It's got the NFT. You can keep it hanging on your wall, and there's some tangibility to it. And it's just a cool.
See, I came up with the idea because my audience want it, right, to do a crypto coin, and I'm looking at it. It's just what the right time to get it the right time is. What makes a crypto coin so good is it has to have some value behind it. Otherwise, what's the point, right? It has to have transparency. So if someone creates a coin, who created it? What's the purpose? Why are they doing it? Are they holding it? Are they going to dump it on you? So what I said was I'd do it all live on the show. I'd even create it live. Right? I mean, this is like how mental I'm going to do it, right? Can you imagine this? So I do it live at 100,000 subscribers. I create it live. I put, say, 10 grand in like the liquidity pool. I learned enough to work that bit out, right? And then I burn 90% of it. So I can't sell it. It's gone, whatever. And I'm fully transparent. So you've got a coin with a maximum supply, like Bitcoin. Hey, I'll have 21 million. I'll have 21 and 1. No, I won't. I'll have 20,999,000. I'll have one less than Bitcoin, so it'll make it even more special, right?
So you're different, yeah.
Yeah. And I will burn burn all of mine. I'll give it liquidity, so it's got all of that. And as the value of the show goes up, as the show grows, it's like buying shares in the show. As we grow and so on and so forth, the more I can advertise it, the more I can talk about it. And I'll never buy it. I'll never own it. I'll never sell it. I just let the audience do it. How about that? That's a good strategy, isn't it? A good, honest approach to it.
Yeah, the hardest thing is to get people to buy it. So
that's easy. They all want to buy it. Everybody wants to buy it. I've got 2,000 members going, we'll buy it straight away.
Do it up.
I'm right on the edge, but the trouble is, Rod, what scares me is I've followed a guy on YouTube who did the same thing. He didn't do it on air like me, but he made the video of him doing it off air and then he published it, right? And he went through the whole process. It took about 45 minutes once he lined up everything, right? And he just went through, he did everything. And I thought, I can do all that. I get that. He clicked here, did this, did that. It gives me the full thing, right? The problem is, this is my problem, why I haven't done it yet. It's not for the money, it's not for the time, it's not for everybody getting all this money. I love it. I mean, it is his coin. He only had about 20,000 subscribers, and his coin went to like $1 million. Like when he published it, it was nuts. And I thought, Helly, I'm gonna have $1 billion coin. This is great. But what scares me?
Did he issue it on like Solana or something?
Yeah, it made its way onto like Coinbase and everything. It got on all the major. Didn't get on Robinhood. He's trying to do that. Huh?
Like the Hawk girl.
I don't know. I think it was on the Solana network, right? But it was everywhere. And this is why I haven't done it yet. And I need some help. So if anyone's watching, get in touch. This is why I haven't. Because it's all very well understanding the steps, put the money in, design the coin, design the website, design this, do all of that, follow the steps. But there wasn't one single step that I actually understood. I could do it, do this, create an account, Yeah, I get the video was easy, the website was easy, the X post was easy, But when he explained the technicals of what this system did for you, because I need to know how it works, not just because I'm OCD, but if it goes wrong, how do you fix what you don't understand? Who do you call?
Yeah.
You can't call this bloke up on his YouTube video and go, I followed it and now it's broke and everybody bought it and now I don't know how to get out of it. And now I've got everybody going, we put $1 million. I can't work with what I don't understand. And that's what scares me at the moment.
Well, that's what I said at the beginning too, is the liability factor, right? If something goes wrong, you're on the hook. And then when you take people's money, you might not be taking it directly, but you're responsible if you are the entity that created it. It's like the Ethereum Foundation, right?
Yeah.
And then not only that, so like with my indicators and my alerts, I thought about doing like a trading bot where it would initiate buy and sells for you. And then I started looking into it and, it was like, okay, well, what do I need to do to protect myself from a liability perspective?
Bloody hell.
How many kind of disclaimers and things, all these different things am I going to need? And it was like, you're probably going to have to spend $100,000 minimum to get a lawyer, hire a lawyer, get everything that you need.
It's not worth the hassle,
to build it. And then, I was going to become a financial advisor whenever I was starting out. I used to work at Invesco, and I was like one exam away from becoming a financial advisor. And I said, the hell with that, right? It's stressful enough managing my own money, let alone other people's. And it's just something about it, right? The second you take people's money, they attack you. And as much as you say, don't invest any more than you're willing to lose, they're going to invest their life savings.
Yeah.
and then you're on the hook if something goes wrong, right?
Yeah. Sensei has that qualification, and he decided not to take that job. He was offered a job, and as a financial advisor, and because he did the course, and he decided no, he wants to be full time with me. So I'm honored that he actually did that. It was amazing. Yeah, it's a whole different world, isn't it, when you go down that road? And you got to weigh up the pros and the cons of how much stress you want. Years ago, I had this ambition to build an empire for my theatre shows, and I had one night in everything. So one night in Vegas was the main show. Then I had one night with Martyn Lucas, one night with the Piano Men. That was my other spin-off show. One night at the musicals. And I was going to build out this empire of like 50 shows all on the road at once, and all these orchestras touring around, and I would just go in as a star of the show for whichever show I wanted to turn up at any point. I'm going to take that guy's role tonight. I'm going to do whatever. And I thought, that'd be great. And we started to build it. And we had one night in Vegas, that was touring, and we had one night at the Piano Men. The others never got started, and it got so big and scary. And it was like, and I always remember that my partner, my girlfriend at the time, we used to be a little duo, going around the little pubs and the clubs, earning a couple $100. And she said, I preferred it then. Because we had none of the stress of the staff, the hiring, the tax, the this, the that, the risk assessments. And it all got too big. And we actually, believe it or not, made more money as a little duo going around playing the pubs and the clubs. Because every night, couple $100, no expenses, no stress, just go home, easy. When we started to earn 50 and 100 grand a night in some shows, and then pay out millions, we hardly made any money. And it was like, it was just, you can get too big. And we decided at this show, right, we just want to keep it the way it is. Entertaining, fun. We're not going down the financial route. We're not giving training. Our training courses are free. I know you do that, and I all due respect to you to do that. We have a video training course that we just give for free in our Discord, because you know the responsibility, the work involved. We just record one every week, put it up there, it's free, watch it, and it's great. That Sendin does a brilliant job, but we decided not to charge for it. We just give it away for free. It's hard, isn't it? If you start building and growing, where are you going to, how much responsibility do you want to take on? Is it really, how much money do you need? How big do you really want to get? And that's what stopped me from doing the coin. I just think it'd be so cool to have your own coin. Imagine if I could go on a Robinhood today and see my coin going, Martyn Lucas coin going up and down. It'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it'd be cool.
Yeah. Until it all goes wrong and someone wants to sue me for $10 million. That wouldn't...
SEC knocking on your door.
SEC. Gary Ginsler. I'd invite him in for a cup of tea, mate. That'd be all right. Me and him would get on like a house on fire. Let me have a look. Let's see if... Let's see if this poll has changed. You got to have some people think you're rubbish. One person, thank God for that. 31 votes, 94% said, yeah, we love it. One person said, you're rubbish. So,
that was you.
It wasn't me. I can't vote on it. Hey, you got to have one person, otherwise it looks like it's a setup, right? It's good, that one person. But what I liked was nobody said undecided. They're straight in. Rubbish. Not even like, well, I'm not sure. I don't know, understand it. Rubbish. I'd be upset if I was you. Are you upset?
Decisive. That's no.
Are you gonna? Is that gonna end your YouTube career? Are you not gonna go live ever again because of that?
What I get upset at is these people saying XRP is going to go to $1,000. I got pretty triggered about that yesterday, and I think it will go to $1,000 one day. But like one dude said $2,000 this year. So
they're just making this stuff
like,
up.
Well, there's not even any like chart analysis or any kind of pattern that would say that. It's just literally a number that he pulled out of his right. But yeah, it's all just disingenuous, and they're just trying to get clicks, and it's working. His video got like hundreds of thousands of views. So
but you know what? You know what though? If you do the right thing, we're doing the right thing. Look how we're growing. Just keep doing the right. It's harder work going live all day, every day, all day, every day. But then everyone becomes a member. Everyone follows you. Everyone's got the T-shirt and the mug. We've got all these things, and you can be bigger and stronger than those people because there's no value there, and you can blow it over with a feather like that. And I mean that. Yep. We've had armies, so-called armies of different things. We've had BSV army, we had the Shiba Inu army, and there are all these people making noises right? In Reddit rooms and all this stuff, and they make memes on me and call me a bold, fat, stupid idiot and God knows what else. I mean, it's fine. Do what you want. You're just advertising the show and making up all the stuff and whatever. And thousands of people join. Trouble is, there's no substance. There's no value in it. You know, it doesn't mean anything. And the moment you say something, they all fall over. They all sell out. The 2-3 guys who run the room, the admins, secretly behind the scenes, dump all their coin, and then the next day it goes down, and everyone goes, "Oh my God, they dumped it." You know, it's ridiculous. So they come and go every 5 minutes. Well, we'll be here, and in 20, 30 years, when I pass the show over to Sensei, he'll have it for another 20, 30 years, and then he'll hand it over. Yep. And that's what we're building here, and I think people value that. And you provide a great value service. You're not one of those pumping, dumping idiots.
No, you know, I built my channel on cannabis, which I can say now, and you can't get mad at me because you don't care.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't care anymore. I haven't got a single, like, I dropped that word probably 50 times in one video.
You just to test it.
Yeah.
If I get this banned, I'm ringing you up, mate.
I won't do it anymore. I won't do
house.
it anymore just in case. But yeah, no, they don't seem to. I say as of like the last couple of weeks, it seems like they tweak something in the algorithm to not care. Even like I get an email like maybe a day or two after I'd post the video, and it'd be like, your video is suitable for, and normally it would say not suitable. Yeah. And now it says suitable. And the fact that like no other video does that. Like if I make a crypto video, I don't get an email saying, "Hey, your content's suitable." It's only the MJ related content, right? So the fact that they had to turn a switch somewhere. So maybe they know some sort of reform is coming in the US potentially, or these advertisers are just more okay with it. But yeah, I was getting shadow banned all the time. You know, when I started to make some crypto videos, it was crazy. I'd see, you know, like when I did a couple XLM, XDC videos, you could tell when the algorithm was pushing your video, right? Because it would go from like 200 to 300 views, and then I'd check again in like 6 hours, it'd be at like 2,000, 3,000, and then you can just go into the analytics and see that, you know, most of it was YouTube recommendations. So that never happens with my MJ videos. So, you know,
I've got some good news for you, mate. I've got some good news for you. Even though one person said you're rubbish, right? It doesn't seem to matter, because your YouTube channel was at 9.58. It's now 9.59. So it's gone up.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I would like, I tell you what, sod it. Normally I don't do this sort of thing, but I'm going to do it anyway, right? Look, let me give you I'll get in trouble for doing this because we got paid sponsors now. Right, let me give you this. Look, go and click on it. Let's get into 10,000 live on the show. Bugger it. What are we now? 9,590 something. Right, we just don't know, right? Because it does it in tens now. Once you get to 10,000, mate, it does it in hundreds. And soon I'll be doing it in thousands. So you can't see it anymore on the screen. He can see it behind the scenes. He can see it, but not on the screen. We can't see it.
The power of.
Eh?
It'll be to the power of eventually.
The power of. What do you mean the power of? What does that mean?
Yeah, the subscribers, you know. It'll be so big, it'll have to be 10 to the power of, you know.
Oh, what, my channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Both of our channels.
Both our channels.
The number will be so big that they'll just have to
I love it. I love it. 9.59. Has it gone up? Let's have a look. 9.6. Look, you're great. Look at this. This is. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Is my subscribers going up? If you're unsubscribing and joining Rod instead, there's going to be hell up. Right, I won't have him on again. He's been on 4 times already, so obviously it keeps working, and I keep liking it. But yeah, if you unsubscribe from me and follow Rod instead, there's going to be hell up. That's all I'm saying. There'll be hell up here, right? Let me look down here. Let me look at my subscribers, right? 91,540. We only gained 2. I think Rod's gained at least 20 or 30, at least. Anyway, that's all right.
When do you think you'll hit 100,000?
When do I think we'll hit 100,000? We're going to hit 100,000 within 2.5-3 weeks.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, the million is in 2 years. And that's weird when you say it, because you go, hang on a minute, you've only been going 4 years, Someone literally just unsubscribed from me. Look, they just did it live. They just unsubscribed from me when I said that. Yeah, they've gone. I like Rod better. I like Rod better. He's more cool. He's more my style. He's more crypto-y. He's got the headset and everything. I can do the headset. I've even got a baseball cap. Look, I can do it. There you go. Now I'm a proper YouTuber. Look at that. See? Oh, they've gone back up again.
Headset so I can hear you good.
Yeah.
It's actually coming through my other mic, my voice, but
is it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't need any of those headsets. You know why, mate? You know why? I got. Yeah, look at this. I've never shown you this, have I? Look, watch this. Right, watch this. Right, I'll give you a little tour. Right, watch this. I just got this set up the other day. People like to know what's going on in the studio. So like, this is why I don't have. This is why I don't have headsets. Look, I can zoom in. Ooh, I can drive it around the studio. I can go all the way in, and then I can go like this. I can go. Let's go up here. See, I've got these reference speakers, these monitors, and I've got them. They come through just behind here. There's a desk which it's compressed. So even though I've got it coming through speakers and they're behind me as well, I don't actually get the feedback. So I can hear you lovely. I've got one either side, and then it also comes through this big screen here. So look, I'll show you behind the scenes. Look, let me zoom out a little bit. Yep. I like this. The technology now is just nuts, isn't it? My tracks are broken. See how my camera's not moving. I've got a new track I'm installing today for the music show tonight. That's back there. And then over here, this camera is currently off its track. That's got a new track coming today as well. That one stopped. There's another monitor there. It's pretty mental, isn't it? There you go. Let me bring it.
Too much for me. How long did it take you to set all that up and then figure out how to use it?
It was about a year before I even went live building all this. It's like a little church. Look, I'll show you. Look, people don't often see this. Look, it's like a little cathedral.
I was just going to say, yeah. What's that, like a 12-foot, 15-foot ceiling?
Yeah, about 20, I think. Yeah.
20, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite cool, isn't it? Yeah, I'm very, 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 very privileged. I was really, really lucky, Rod, because I came to America and let me bring this one up here. I came to America because I met my wife on a cruise ship, and I can work anywhere, right? And I travel anywhere, but she has to work here. So we said, okay, we'll live in America then, rather than my English house. So we live here, and well, I'm a proper just little Cornish local English boy with a little tiny little Cornish English house, right? But Texas, different. Now she thinks it's normal, but for me, from a little tiny cottage, my house fits in the living room here. I turned up and went, "This is brilliant! I can have a studio in here." No, not having a studio. That's a reading room. No. So I just schmoozed for a couple of years, and all of a sudden, the studio and the bookshelf went down the tip, and then in came a microphone and a piano, and here we are now with a light show. But yeah, I'm going to miss this when I retire back to England, because this ain't going to fit in the whole of my house. Anyway, we've only got 7 minutes to go. I want your thoughts quickly. We're going to wrap this up. I want your thoughts on, just quickly, what you think about Tilray and Virgin Galactic, two stocks I know that you're quite excited about, because just give me some sort of headlines, because in just 6 minutes, 5 minutes, the giveaway goes live. So get ready, everybody. This is when the competition starts. Your chance to win $1,000 XRP. You never know. Well, it looks like our friend Peter wants to match it, and that will be 2,000, but that's not in the terms and conditions. That's not what you're signing up for. But if he calls in on that day when we give it out, and you want to do it for charity, there could be that option. But right now, it's $1,000. In 5 minutes from now, this will go live. Let me give everybody the giveaway. So here it goes. How much time have I got with you, Rod?
6. Oh, with me, I'm good.
You're good.
I'm not on any time.
Okay, good.
Constraint.
Okay, cool. XRP giveaway. Right, there we go. Pin that to the top. Replace the pin. Right. So You might want to just get ready because this is what's going to happen. In 4 minutes now, it's going to go live. And all the way down here, there are opportunities for you to win tickets. Now, you can win with one ticket. You can't win with none, right? If you don't enter a single thing, you can't win with none. But you can win with one, but the more things you do, the more times that you like and engage and share and subscribe, blah, 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 will give you tickets. But don't just go around my social media following and liking everything. You can. That would be really quick. If you go on X, just go down the whole thing. Like, repost. That's a really quick way of doing it. Strongly recommend. In fact, that would be great. That'd be really quick, actually. So then what you do, let's say you just go down my X or my Instagram or YouTube and you just like, just repost, right? Then what you do is you come over here to the competition page and you'll be able to claim all the tickets. It's fully automated. We can't rig it. I can't pick a winner. I can't choose anyone. It does it. I'd love to give you $1,000, Rod. I can't choose you. All right, it chooses itself. More tickets you got, and the more you can win. So you can go down here, and then you can go. Yeah, I've reposted. I've liked. I've done that. And if you've done it, you can't cheat. If you've done it, it knows you've already followed. It knows you've already reposted, and it will allow you to get the tickets. Now, we will add new ones. Because at the moment, you can see there's me and Vaz. You go, well, where's Sensei? I followed Sensei. I want to get points for that. You will, because after a few days, I'll take out Vaz and we'll replace it with Sensei. We will rotate things. There'll be a new repost. So if you just go and repost everything and like everything, right? When it comes up, you can just claim tickets. And in a minute, you will see. Now, as you can see, I have got no entries. I'm not going to enter, right? And if I do enter, right, I can't win. So I will just select somebody else. So I might just test it. So I might click some, but I've got none, and there are no entries. No one's entered yet because we've got 1.5 minutes to go. So in 1.5 minutes, this is going to go mental. This is going to go. We're going to see people going on because tomorrow, some of these opportunities to get tickets will be gone. You can only have so many on the screen. So tomorrow, I might take away, repost my blue sky. I might take it away, and you will miss 50 chances to win. I might take away Sensei's my video. I might take away visit me on YouTube. I might. You don't know. So there you go. All right. Very, very important. So here we go. 113 seconds. This is exciting. We're going to count this down, and then we're going to come to Rod for his thoughts on Tilray and Virgin Galactic. So is everybody ready? Tuppy Puppy is in the chat. Tuppy Puppy has said, when we draw this on 15th of September at 3 p.m., if he's in the chat and you choose to do a charity rather than yourself, we'll give away a double prize. It could be $2,000. Bloody hell, that's amazing. Here we go, 81 seconds. Has everyone got it? God, I hope it works, Rod. Talk about, earlier on about, responsibility. It's like, when nobody watched the show, it didn't really matter. Now you got 100,000 people nearly, and then they all enter a competition and the website crashes. I mean, what happens then? I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
I wouldn't have a clue. I wouldn't even know how to fix it. Oh my God. Right.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's what I'd call it. Yeah, technical difficulties. The website crashed. I go, I don't know. I ain't got a clue. Right. Anyway, Seth Houston. Oh, Seth Houston's here. We've got some of our original members coming in. Tuppy, can you direct message us on Discord or X so we can discuss it? Love the charity. Yes, Sensei. It's great. He called in the show today. We had a chat on air. But yeah, please make contact with him. Here we go. 25 seconds. Whee! Make sure that you do all the things. One of the things that most people messed up was the promo video. They watched it, Rod, and then what they did, they put the answers in the live chat while they were watching it, rather than keep it shush and enter it in the competition. They told everyone the answers. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's off to the races. Let's do it. Let's open it up. Oh yeah. 59 days left. Refresh it. Woohoo! No entries yet. Go and take part. Do-ba-dee-do, do-ba-dee-do. No entries. Go on, everybody, take part. Someone's got to have done it. What's going on?
Bit of a lag, maybe.
Bit of a lag. Do. I hope it's working. Oh my God, can you imagine? There we go. 230 entries. Oh, now it's moving. Now it's going up. All right, now it's going up. 51 votes now. Rod, yes, he's great. 80% great. 10% say he's rubbish. And now finally someone's gone, I'm undecided. I don't want to say he's rubbish, but I don't want to say he's great either. Yeah, that's more of a slap in the face, to be honest. They just don't know what to say about it. I love it. 480. Right, look at that. There you go. It's off and running now. It's running. It's doing its thing. And we are off to the races. There you go. Let me do it again. 1,200. There you go. And there's only a few tickets for each thing, like 1.1 ticket, 5 tickets. So a lot of people have entered. It's very, very exciting. All right. So, Rod, let's come back to you again now. Thank you ever so much. And I wish everybody the best of luck. It's very, very exciting. And one of you is going to win at least $1,000. Very, very exciting stuff. So there we go. There was Rod on the show from POW Group. Don't forget to subscribe and support his channel. He's got videos and live shows all the time. And talking about XRP, great information. Even though some of you said he was rubbish. Only one person said he was rubbish, but I'm going to just put it in the video. You're going to think, really? Could you have left that bit out? No, that's the highlight of the video. That's the bit I'm going to open the video with, all right? Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here and over here, more stuff you might like. That'll also be rubbish. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.